All right, stock photography success stories. In this video, I'm going to share a few stories that you guys sent to my email just so we can compare and see where we're at in it, whether stock photography is still alive in 2026. We're just about 2026. Anyway, let's start here because I got a lot of stories for you guys. But before we jump into huge paychecks, let's keep it real. This job requires patience, not just for sales, but for shots. Here's a story from Primo Muniz from Glenmore, Pennsylvania. He sent in an example of what it is to be out there. So you line up the shot, right? You set a 15-second timer in your long exposure. You press the button, and then here comes your friendly neighborhood fisherman leaving light streaks through your frame. 15-second timer, a few second exposure, do it again. On another shoot, Primo took my advice and he put himself in the frame, only to discover in his first take that the shirt was hanging out and his pants were too low. So take two, he hit the button again and then he was confused by the blinking light on the camera. So he captured his own picture like, huh? And then finally got the shot he wanted. So patience is a photographer's superpower. And as he learns, he's already seeing results. His top 3 sellers in 2025 weren't what he expected. And that's proof that stock photography is a numbers game. And hey, that $29.07 for that mushroom shot, that's awesome. I love it when we get those double digits in the earnings page. Okay, now that we set the expectation that persistence matters, let's dive into what the community has learned with some truly big moments. Some truly big money moments. Okay, so this story is brought to you by Raul Martin from Ecuador. Raul started in 2022 out of necessity, not a hobby, but he needed the income. So he started shooting with the Nikon D90, and his Achilles heel was keywording. And then like all of us, he struggled with motivation because when you first start, you don't see sales. And when you need the money, that's tough. Until a breakthrough in a volcanic area called Rumi Park. Every single shot there, his sales spiked. So he found his niche, and more importantly, a power niche, travel in high energy locations. Some locals say that these rocks in that area give out a strong energy, and it's working for him. Awesome. Look at the list of people that are using his images: the BBC News, UNESCO, Cosmopolitan, and the governments of Ecuador and Mexico. It's not just a hobby, it's a reputation builder. And Raul's success isn't just about money, it's validation. And it also helped him win first and second place in the Shutterstock Travel 2025 competition. There were more than 55,000 entries, and he won first and second place. That's awesome, congratulations. The takeaway, find a niche that gives you income and reputation, and more importantly, don't give up. All right, now let's go on over to Matt, the firefighter, with $1,744 sale. That's fantastic. So Matt is a full-time firefighter, which gives him about 20 days a month to shoot stock. He's on multiple platforms with around 12,000 images and videos. His first 6 months, it was 0 sales, nothing. He promised himself he'll give it a full 12 months no matter what. And that commitment paid off. His biggest win was 2 architectural editorial photos that sold for $872.10 on Shutterstock. $872.10 per photo. That's fantastic. $1,744 in one day, literally paid his rent for the next month. My highest sale ever has been $270, but now I know that I can go higher, so I'm gonna upload some more photos. Now, here's what Matt's been doing. He tracks every single sale on a custom Google map. He sold content on every single one, every 50 US states, and 168 countries. Imagine watching that map filling in every day. Now, Matt also wanted to share a few key lessons that he's learned from stock photography. Number 1 is the 12-month rule. If you're not willing to commit for a year, don't even start. The second thing is the ugly sales. His top assets are pictures that most of us would never think of, or things that we would think are stupid, like a dented air conditioning unit, or damaged vinyl siding, or even like long drone shots of the interstates. They're everywhere. But upload everything is what he said, and let the market decide. Stay consistent. He uploads at least a dozen images a week. No long breaks. And focus on keywords. Keywording is 50% of the secret sauce in stock photography, says Matt. And he thinks that by editing all their content and adding new keywords, it refreshes it in the algorithm because he's noticed sales from things that he re-edited recently that had never sold for years before. And then one more thing that he wants to share here for drone shooters, get your FAA Part 107. Don't risk it. He knows someone that got fined $6,600 for doing commercial work without a license. The best part is that Matt doesn't even consider himself a photographer. Most of his shots are in auto, and some of the night shots in the drone, he just adjusts the screen until it looks good, and he may or may not just use the auto button in Lightroom from time to time. By the way, Matt, if you want to learn more photography, I have a course that can help with that. Okay, next up is Greg Kelton. Greg retired in 2017 and he got bored after 3 months. Then he found stock photography. His first sale was an $89 video that got him hooked. Today, he has more than 13,000 assets and averages over $1,000 a month. He admits that his early work was junk, but he learned by watching channels like this one and by buying courses like mine. Thanks, Greg. His lesson is adapt as you age. He says, going out to shoot is harder now, and I do more tabletop setups at home. The Wollertz Photography contests have really been helping. He has 6,500 videos and 5,500 photos and another 1,500 AI files. $1,000 a month is racing faster than it costs a living, which is fantastic. And I do have a bone to pick with Greg because he sent me an email that said, you suck. Wait, hold on, it's right here somewhere. Okay, here it is. He said, you suck at selling yourself. And that's true. He was referring to my photography course because I never promoted. But here's something that he said that I want to share with you guys. He says, after photographing since 1981 and working extensively in his own darkroom, he thought he'd seen it all. But the Wollertz Photography course and booklets proved otherwise. They elevated my stock photography workflow and serve as outstanding references. Whether you're a beginner or seasoned photographer, I can't recommend them enough. Thanks so much, Greg. There is a link down below. This is 7 hours and 15 years of experience condensed into 50 lessons, and use code BAMBI25 for 25% of the booklets while supplies last. Again, Greg, thank you so much. That was a perfect segue for the plug. Now, let's get back to the stories, and this one is from Anne Richard in Quebec. Anne learned quickly that she needed to be on multiple platforms to feed her passion. She wasn't selling enough on one, so she went to more. Her biggest insight is that your top sellers often comes from the same platforms. Another reason not to be exclusive. She also found the smart side hustle, uploaded rejected images to book cover agencies like Archangel. She says sales are rare, but they pay way more. And the work is already done, so why not upload to another agency? All right, now let's go on to Luis Romero from Spain. Luis started with AI content, but discovered that his original photos sold much better. Confirmed his passion for authenticity and organic photography. The lesson is simple. Be authentic, try different things, and shoot what you like, what feels good. Luis now has 1,500 images online and even started his own YouTube channel. Love it. Now, here's a bonus tip from Mike Worley, a quick motivation hack. Mike uses Pixie. You upload your images there and it finds where they appear on the internet or online or anywhere. He found a law firm in his hometown using photos. Total surprise, he doesn't know any lawyers or anybody. But seeing your photos on a magazine or a website is a massive motivator. Now you can see who's using them and what your photos are happening. So remember, Pixie. Now here's another motivating story from Mark Sneed. Mark's been uploading or doing stock photos part-time for 2 years now across multiple platforms, 7 platforms. But his main money comes from Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, and Getty. He told me it's exciting to get emails that you made $1, so you sold something for $1. And it's so true. I love those emails. And I always think, why that photo? But that's the mindset. When you get your first $1, now you're hooked. Literally, this is like going to a casino. It's addicting. Mark hopes to focus more on stock photography when he retires next year. But his story is a reminder that it's not about the huge sales. It's about that everyday motivation, that everyday winning that keeps you moving forward. Now, we have a similar story from Canta la Piedra Photos in Spain, retired. He's only been shooting stock for about a year and has 160 photos and just over $10 total. But it keeps going for one reason. He does it for fun. Remember that? Remember fun? That should be the only reason we're doing anything. Now, here's one more story from Nate Yeagle. Nate started in 2017, but barely uploaded anything. By March 2024, He had, after 7 years, he only had 64 images and 11 sales. That's $1.51 total. That's 22 cents a year. Then Nate started watching these videos and committed to stock photography, and everything changed. Now he has 848 images and $97.89 total in sales. That's a 6,383% increase in 1 year. Imagine doing that every year. And he recently sold a photo for $50. His story proves it. Consistency wins. Stock photography is a numbers game. You can have years of nothing, and then 1 month, boom, there's one sale that lights that fire. The sales are out there, you just have to get past the first step. Don't wait, just keep uploading. Now, a huge thanks to Raul, Matt, Greg, and Luis, Mike, and everyone who shared this story. Thank you so much, you guys. Now, what did we learn? Commitment is currency. Give it at least 12 months. The ugly sells. Upload it. The dented air conditioner unit, upload it. Upload weird stuff. Validate your work. Use tools like Pixie to build that reputation. You find who's using your photos. Find the joy, whether it's escaping boredom or fueling creativity. Enjoy the process. Which story changed your perspective the most? Comment that down below. And if you want to fix your keywording like Matt mentioned, watch my video keywording tools right here. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas or whatever you celebrate, and a very happy new year. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.